Welcome to the Let's Be Heard online platform. The Scottish COVID-19 Inquiry's Let's Be Heard team has created an online platform for you to share your experiences with us. We invite you to use this online platform to tell us about your experiences of the COVID-19 pandemic in Scotland between the 1st of January 2020 and the 31st of December 2022. You can also help someone else use this online platform if they wish to share their experiences. The inquiry is investigating the devolved strategic response to the pandemic in Scotland. A list of key developments is available to remind you of some of the decisions that were made during this period. This might help you to think about your own experiences during this time. The inquiry has a broad remit covering different aspects of the pandemic. These key areas of investigation, which we call our terms of reference, can be seen here and on our website. To help with the inquiry's investigations, the Let's Be Heard team would like to ask you some questions. The main questions we want to ask you are: what was your experience of the COVID-19 pandemic? What impact did these experiences have on you or the person you are helping to take part? And what lessons do you think we should learn from your experiences? Before you get to the main questions, we will ask you a few quick starter questions, so we know whether you are completing the online or paper form for yourself or helping someone else, as well as to check your age and to ask which of our key areas of investigation you want to talk about. Our first question is, thinking about the inquiry's key areas of investigation, what would you like to tell us about your experiences in Scotland during the COVID-19 pandemic? Here is a reminder of the key areas of investigation. We would like you to tell us in your own words what happened to you or the person you're helping take part as a result of the pandemic in Scotland. We would like to know what happened to you so we can understand the different experiences people had during the pandemic and learn lessons for the future. The inquiry is investigating the period from January 2020 to December 2022. But you do not need to worry about providing the exact dates and times of when things happened. You can tell us as much or as little as you like. If you want, you can take us back to the start and tell us everything you think is relevant. Or you can just tell us about one thing that happened which is particularly important to you. We want to hear what matters most to you. You might want to include a description of what happened, what stands out most in your memory, who was involved, what different people did or said that made a difference to you, how you reacted, and what happened next. These are just suggestions to help get you thinking. It is up to you to share what you want. If you are using the Let's Be Heard online platform, you can type your answer in the box provided on the online form. You might want to type out your answer somewhere else first and copy and paste it into the box. Or you can record yourself saying your answer out loud and upload it using the Upload File button on our online platform. If you prefer pen and paper, you can print a form from our website. Or you can ask us to post one to you by writing to us at our free post address, sending us an email, or leaving us a voicemail. You can post your forms back to us free of charge using the free post address, so there will be no need for stamps. After telling us about your experiences, we would like to hear about the impact these experiences had on you or the person you are helping to take part, or how it affected others around you, like your family, friends, or neighbors. You can tell us about impacts that you felt at the time, impacts that took longer to happen, or both. You may wish to think about whether these experiences affected you in particular, or whether you think this impact was the same for others, or everyone living in Scotland. This is so we can understand how different people were affected differently by the decisions that were made and the rules that were put in place. You might want to share information about the difference your experiences made to your day-to-day life, the difference they made to your family or friends, how you felt at the time, and how you feel now, as well as what you remember thinking at the time and what you think now. You can tell us about things that could have been done better or differently, or what you think was done well. Please tell us about anything that you think decision makers and the people who provide public services could learn from your experiences during the COVID-19 pandemic. Decision makers could include the Scottish Government, the NHS, local authorities, and others. We would like to know what could have been done differently so that we can make recommendations to decision makers about lessons they should learn so we are better prepared in future. You may wish to include any thoughts or ideas about how decisions are made, when decisions are made, how they are communicated, and what happens next, or anything else you think is important to learn from this experience. After our 3 main questions, there is a follow-up question which asks if there is anything else that you would like to tell us. This is so that we can be sure we haven't missed anything that you wanted to share. Then, there is a question that will ask you about the areas of Scotland in which the events or experiences you have described took place. You can select more than one area. You may not live in Scotland yourself, and that is fine. You don't have to live in Scotland to take part. However, the experiences you share with us must have taken place in Scotland. To help the inquiry understand how COVID-19 affected different people across Scotland, we would like to ask some questions about you, or the person you are helping take part. These questions are optional, and you do not have to answer them if you do not want to. This information will help us identify any disproportionate or unequal impacts of the pandemic. It is important to our analysis and findings that we have this information. We are also asking for your details because we want to make sure people in different communities across Scotland are taking part. If they are not sharing their experiences, then we can take steps to reach out to them. This will help us improve our findings and promote equality. The inquiry will only use your information to fulfill its terms of reference by capturing as many experiences as possible from people across Scotland. We will keep what you tell us private. Only a small team within the inquiry will have access to the information you share with us, and personal data will be stored securely. We thank you in advance for taking the time to engage with Let's Be Heard and for your contribution to the inquiry's important work.